Hello and welcome to your daily love reading for Friday. Fabulous Friday. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. I'm going to bring in 5 decks of cards for this reading today. We're going to connect with the energy around you, your person, your journey. I'm going to bring in the beautiful, the Prophet Oracle. Now I used this deck yesterday in the daily angel reading and wow, what a message came through. It was about your person being on that cross. It's like they were being sacrificed and they're sacrificing their own happiness. And your love is going to save them. You don't need to do anything apart from be you. You know, I know it's hard when you see them suffering and struggling in a karmic cycle or with an addiction or going through something. You just want to help them. You just want to save them. You just want to rescue them. But your love does it for them. They've got to save themselves. That's their journey. That's why they've come to earth this time, to stand up for their truth and fight for you and themselves in this love. So if you didn't watch that daily twin flame reading yesterday, I really do recommend watch that because it's a really powerful one. But I really want to bring this deck into the reading today and to see what comes through. And some of these cards are a little bit, you know, they've got naked people on. So I'll perhaps, if I can't show you the card, I'll talk you through the card and let you know what the card is so you can perhaps Google it after. I'm going to bring in the Twin Flame Odyssey cards, the Divine Essentials Counterpart Connection cards by Bridget, and I'm going to bring in this beautiful deck of tarot, whatever this one is. Okay, I'm going to bring this in. Here it is. I was thinking, I know I've got it somewhere. This is Anne Stokes Legends Tarot, and I'm going to bring in the Sacred Feminine Affirmation Oracle. I used this deck earlier in the daily angel reading, but I want to bring this in now to actually see what your person is inspired by in you and what they see in you. You know, what you might think, what do they see in me? What do they love about me? What do they like about me? So I'm going to connect with that too. And also that will bring guidance in for this day for you. And I do feel the guidance today is to think before you act. And I spoke about that in the daily twin flame reading. So let's connect then and see what's going on. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsreadings@gmail.com. Okay, so what's the message for you today? Straight out. What's the message for them today? What's the message for them today? That one, I feel it's that one. What's the message for the journey today? What's the message, please, angels, for the journey today? Clear card, there it is. What do we need to know for you today? What's the guidance for you today? Gone back in, I want clear cards. I want something clear to come out. There we go. And what do we need to know for them today? And what do we need to know for the journey? Straight out, okay. And what's the guidance for you today? Or what do you need to be aware of today? Or what are you dealing with today? What's the energy around you today? What's the message coming through for you today? And what's the message for them today? And what's the message for the journey? What's the energy around the journey? Oh, quite a few things coming out there. They give me a bit of a block in the throat being lifted again. So again, this could be clearing the way for communication, clearing the throat for communication, preparation for communication. So what do you want to know, or what do you need to know? What's the guidance for you? What's the message for them, or what's going on with them right now? There it is. And what's the guidance for the journey today? What's the guidance for the journey that's coming through? And then with the tarot, what's the energy around you today? What's the energy around you today? I feel it's that one. What's the energy? Is that coming through as well? Yeah. What's the energy around them today? What clear card? Again, they're saying stopping and starting. Wanting to come forward, stopping themselves, wanting to come forward, stopping themselves, trying to come forward, stopping themselves. So I feel it's about trust right now. Knowing it's going to happen at the right time, because it really will be spontaneous communication. And what's the energy around the journey? Thank you, angels. Okay, let's see what's going on then. So the message for you today, we've got, wow, it's the gates of his heart were flying open. Oh my goodness me. It says the gates of his heart were flung open. It says the coming of the ship. This is beautiful because this is what's coming. Your person is going to bring their heart to you on a platter. They're going to open up to you. The door is going to be flung wide open. So it may feel right now at this moment like the door is shut in your face or the door is closed, but that door is going to open. That gate is going to be flung open. So again, quick speed without you even knowing it's there. It's going to be there. it's going to happen without you even realising it's happening. It's going to come in super quick. So I really am feeling this message is about fast, spontaneous communication, which again, you've had all these kind of full starts or stop starts. Imagine you're in a car, that's what they're showing me, and the car is kind of stopping and starting, and then it goes forward really quickly. Or it's like there's a roller coaster here in the UK called Rita. It's at our local theme park. You know, I literally live half an hour drive away from Alton Towers in the UK. So I go there often, just walk around the grounds. It's really beautiful. And there's a ride there called Rita. And it's one of the fastest rides. You know, obviously it's a bit different than what some of you guys have in other parts of the world. I'm sure there's faster, more, you know, exciting rides than Rita. But Rita says, ready, set, go. Go, go, go. You know, and it's like, boom, it's just a fast one. And that's what I'm connecting with. It's like all of a sudden, boom, it's going to move forward. And you're going to be like, whoa, I never expected that. Why did that happen that way? So things are going to take you by surprise. There's going to be a big shock, like a big roller coaster movement. So the gates of his heart were flung open. The angels are doing this. They're giving me fear. They are releasing their fear. The angels are helping your person right now to release their fear to be able to come forward. So the message for you is the coming of the ship. So what that means is things are progressing. The ship is in sight. It's coming. It's just around the corner. Things are happening. And obviously you're going to be able to speak your truth as well and open your heart. But this is your person's heart is being flung wide open right now. There's no choice. They haven't got a choice. This is happening whether they want it to happen or not because you've opened their heart. This is a very potent message. And oh my goodness me, look at this. Okay, this is the same card that came out in the daily angel reading today. So again, there's definitely a reason I've been guided to use this deck because it's so important right now because your ship is coming in, because progress is being made, because things are happening, that you take a moment to think before you act. So I really do feel that watching today's daily angel reading will help you. So maybe even pause this video right now and go and watch that reading if you haven't already and come back to this moment in the reading. Because if you're taking your time, so you're responding to things, not reacting to things, if you're observing before you take action or thinking about it first, you come across as very poised, very graceful, very elegant and composed. So you come across like the inspired warrior. You come across like a true divine feminine in power, not someone who's stressing out. So think about the swan. When you're acting this way, you're like the swan, very graceful on the lake, not the swan on the ground flapping around. And we've all acted in both energies. I know I certainly have. When I've got desperate or stressed out or started panicking on my journey, I've been flapping around and I've jumped in and done something. I thought after, I wish I hadn't done that. So if you, in that way, you know, if you're operating in that energy right now, take a moment and pause and take a moment to compose yourself to be like the swan that goes back in the water and goes with the flow. So that's what you're being guided to know, because perhaps you're really feeling all this anxious energy right now, thinking, I've got to reach out, I need to do something. And they give me an itch at the back of the neck, which is also about change. You might be itching to change something or wanting something to change. Maybe you're wanting an apology because we've got forgiveness coming through here. So you're feeling something is coming, but before you do anything yourself, you must relax, because I feel you don't need to do anything right now. You just need to allow this to happen because your person wants to come forward and apologise. And what you're saying is, I forgive you. You've already forgiven them, or most of you have already forgiven. If you still feel like you need to forgive your person or you're waiting for their apology, now's the time to forgive. Forgive them now. You don't need them to be physically there for you to forgive them. You can say, Father, forgive them. They didn't know what they were doing. You can say, I release and forgive everything in all directions of time. I forgive myself and everyone else in all directions of time. Remember, if they are triggering something in you, it's healing you. And if they are angering you in some way, you can say, I am willing to release that part of me that gets angered when I think about you. Or I'm willing to release that part of me is triggered by that part of you. So you're saying, I forgive you because I know that my forgiveness will allow you to grow spiritually. And this is for both of you. So if you forgive them, you're going to be able to grow spiritually, and so are they. So you forgiving them is going to aid their spiritual growth. And obviously I get many of them are going to come forward and actually physically apologise, and you're going to forgive them. But this is about doing it now, today. Because if you forgive them and you're acting calm and composed, this is going to fling the doors open. The doors are flinging open so they can express themselves. I don't know when, how or where, but I know we'll find each other again because it's destiny. So this is the energy you're in. You're in your power today when you're feeling like this. Okay, if you're not feeling like this, you'll be stressing out, you'll be anxious, you'll be wondering about the when, the how and all of this. But if you're taking a moment to breathe and think before you act and reconnect with your higher self, you'll know it's destiny. You know in your heart and soul you belong together. It's only the ego that causes the fear or the doubt or the illusion, because you're saying, I don't know when. And you're not really meant to know exactly when, because this is a journey of growth. So you learn through being patient. You learn through surrender. You learn through trust and faith. You don't know how. So you may not know how it's going to happen. And that can obviously make you feel out of control, because you might think, well, I need to make it happen. But the universe brought you together beautifully in the first place. The universe will do it again. So you may not know how or where. And you may be stressing about that, thinking, well, we live miles apart, or we're not connected through social media, or this or this or that. But the angels will take care of it. And you're saying, I know we will find each other again at the right time. I know, because it's destiny. And that's also allowing them to have their heart flung open to you. Now we've got the 9 of Wands coming through, and we've got the 4 of Pentacles. So don't give up on this love. Just let go of the outcome. That's the message. You don't need to let go. As in, move on, try and meet someone else, give up. All you need to do is surrender. And this is what you're doing today by acting this way, being in your true power, because you know in this power, in this state, that it's destined. So very beautiful message coming through here. There's no need to move on. And you can't move on anyway from the person you're destined to be with. Perhaps you're really stressed out today because you're thinking, they're just not opening the heart to me. They're just shut down. I just can't see a way forward. You don't need to know when or how. You just have to have faith, because that door is going to fling open unexpected, spontaneously, and it's going to take you by surprise. So you must have faith in this right now. So yes, by all means, let go. Let go of the struggle and the drama and the chaos by giving that to heaven in exchange for peace. But don't give up on the love, because it's destiny. So the energy around them, we know they're on their cross right now. They've been sacrificing their own happiness. Oh my goodness me, I had a feeling. You saw me shuffle the cards. You can't make this up. It's that card. It's that card. So again, they are naked on this card. Okay, so make sure you look this card up. This is the Prophet Oracle, okay? And this is number 4. Make not a bond of love marriage. So they may be sacrificing their own happiness because they've got into these bonds, such as a marriage, a karmic situation, a relationship, something they're in, that's a bond that's not of love. And it's really powerful, because after I finished that reading, I had a quick look in the book, okay? And what I'll do is I'll show you if I can put it like that. Let me see if I can stand it up without you seeing all of them. You can see there, you see he's on the cross, he's like that. Well, it's not a cross, but I mean, that's how I'm seeing it, okay? So, but you know, that like I say, they've got the naked on this card. So, but it's about vulnerability as well, and being vulnerable. But this is the number 4, and I was just interested. I thought, oh, let me see what this is. And there's poetry in this as well. And this is beautiful. Listen to this. It says, but let there be spaces in your togetherness. So you aren't always together, but there are spaces in the physical togetherness, because you're in separation or you're not together. It says, let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the wind of the heavens dance between you. Isn't that beautiful? So that's like letting heaven deal with this for you. This is about you knowing that divine intervention is taking place, angelic intervention, that the universe is bringing you together, even if they're in a karmic situation, even if you haven't spoken for months and months or years, the universe is sorting this out. It says, love one another, but make not a bond of love. And what I feel like that is, you don't need to create a bond, because you've already got a bond. You don't need to say, right, we need to get married, or you need to put a ring on it, or because that's what's happened in their life. If they are married, or things have got in the way of this love with you, because they are bonds, but they're not bonds of love. You have a bond of love that goes beyond space and time. So all you need to do is love one another. That bond is automatically there. It says, and they give me the word lie, okay, because this says let, but it feels like this marriage they're in, or this karmic situation, it's all a lie, because it's built on illusion. It's not real. Okay, and you have to remember that. It says, let us rather be a moving sea between the shores of your soul. Let there be a moving sea. So this is about flow and going with the flow. So when you let things flow naturally, it happens naturally, instead of trying to hold on or make things go in a certain direction. It's like you having faith that this journey is shifting. So again, this is about, and I'm really glad this card's come out actually, because I wanted to talk about it anyway. And obviously I did talk about it for 7 minutes in the Daily Twin Flame Angel reading yesterday. But what I was channeling was that whatever they are in right now is not a bond of love. It's a bond of obligation or responsibility or convenience. It's a comfort zone. Something they've been doing for a long time, that they are sacrificing their own happiness and their own soul growth by being in. And I know how hard it is for you, because you're trying to say, come down from that cross. Come down. Do this instead. Be with me. It's all nicer over here. But they have to find their own way. They know full well right now what they are sacrificing, and they've got to save themselves. So it's time for them to tune in with the rhythm and cycle of their life. Now, I definitely feel this is connected with the moon cycle. And we've been talking about the moon cycle. We've been talking about the shift between the full moon and the new moon, and what's coming in June. And they are tuning in with this, the rhythms and cycles of their life. They're starting to realise more and more what they're doing. And we've got move slowly. So they are coming towards you, even if it seems to be slowly, at a snail's pace, because they want to do it right. They don't want to mess things up. And the same to you, let's get to know each other. Let's do it slowly without pressure or the need for it to be more than it needs to be. So I feel this is a huge message, that they may feel pressured to get this right now, and they want to take the time. That's why it may be taking the time for them to come towards you. We both need to heal first. These things take time, but it's worth the wait. And there's the message again, it's worth the wait, which is what I said before. And for them, we've got the Two of Pentacles, because they know they need to bring balance into this connection. And I'm seeing this as protection. I'm seeing this as absolute protection while you balance your energy out. So they know what they need to do. So they know they need to get out of that marriage, that sacrifice, because it's not a bond of love. What they share with you is a bond of love. So all you need to do is let things flow. Let things happen naturally by being poised and graceful and allowing things to happen. Now, the energy for the journey, we've got love unveils her holy face. I love this, because this is about beauty. And it's the beauty that you bring into each other's lives. It's the way that you experience the beauty of this life together. And it's also about how you unveil, so you take the mask off. So the love and this life helps you to unveil your truth. So I'm seeing the holy face as the face of truth, what's beyond the mask. So I'm seeing this as the mask coming off between now and July. This is 37, may mean something to someone, but I'm seeing this as whatever's happened since March to what's coming in July is allowing these masks to come off. Again, there is naked people in this card, but this is number 37 for beauty if you want to look the card up. And this is about ascending. So it looks like they're flying up, okay? It looks like they're flying up. So I'm seeing this as ascension. So you may actually have a dream where you are climbing stairs, or you are in a lift going up, because it's a sign of ascension. You may even be going through physical things. Now, we've got I am a visionary and I envision my best life. Now, the thing that they love about you is that you inspire them. To them, you are a visionary. You see the bigger picture. And this is what you do when you're poised and in your power, not when you're stressing out or blaming everything. You know, when you're in your full power, you are that visionary, and they are very inspired by that, because they see you as someone who goes for what you want, someone who has goals and dreams, and someone who envisions the best life, and they can see that with you. So when they connect with you, when they think about you, they see their best life because they see it in you, and they know you in that way. So you help them to lead a better life. Now we've got handling coming through. We've got urgency. Let me just see what the others are. We've got loneliness and we've got commitment. So they do feel urgent to get out of any commitments they're in because they don't want to lose you. Because they may feel like, oh, you may be lonely, so you may go out and meet someone. Or you may date someone, or maybe you are in the company of someone else. So they have an urgency to end what they're in, to be able to move towards you, and to handle that with care. And they also feel lonely where they are. And they want to move forward. They want to take control of this. They want to be, they want to handle their own life. They don't want to be handled by someone else. So this says, I don't accept being manipulated or deceived. I prefer transparency to the lie. So again, this is about what's going on in their physical world. So if they're in a karmic situation or a marriage or they're in a relationship, which I am picking up on again with that sacrifice card coming out, that isn't a bond of love. They're realizing now their karmic relationships or whatever they are in or whatever they've been in before it wasn't a bond of love. It was a lie. It was a lie. It was based on a lie. And they prefer transparency. That's why they want to take this mask off, okay? Because that's what's been unveiled. So I feel that things that they previously perhaps couldn't see are now coming to light. So they are recognizing, oh, this person I'm with, this karmic partner, is trying to manipulate me. They're trying to deceive me. They're not being transparent with me. Whereas maybe before they thought they were in some way. So I feel they're seeing the truth, and that's giving them a sense of urgency to take action to you, because you are the transparent one. You are genuine, you are authentic, and they ultimately want a commitment with you, and they don't want you to be lonely either. So the lonely says, at night when I fall asleep, I think of you because I miss you. So they are definitely thinking about you at night. That's when they're feeling the loneliest. Because in the day, they may be busy, they may have distractions, they may be at work, they may have other things going on, they may have commitments they're giving to. But at night, they can't escape. And then they go into those fears about, are you with someone else right now? What are you doing in your life? And that's when they feel that sense of urgency to take action, which you may feel. And this may also affect them at night because they may also have a sense of urgency to go to the bathroom. So they may be peeing a bit more because they're feeling peed off by the fact that you may be with someone else. And remember, I'm not saying you're doing that, but this is their own fears popping up. And then they start getting more and more angry and peed off because they start thinking about being manipulated and deceived by people in their life. And that's testing their commitments. It says, you bring me so much happiness. You are the treasure of my life. So they want to commit to you because you're a treasure in their life. And they feel really bad about the commitments they have. They aren't what they seem. The guidance for the journey is, if moving on makes you happy, I wish you nothing but the best. I'll feel pain and regret, but I want you to have love. Now, we've all felt like this at some point, because you may look at them in their situation and think, well, if you're happy there, okay. I don't like it, but I wish you nothing but the best, even though it's tearing you apart. But ultimately, you know that there is not a bond of love, whatever they're in. It isn't. It's a lie. It's a deception. It's manipulation. It's something they need to break free from to follow their heart and truth. Maybe they've said to you, because they're thinking about you being lonely, or maybe they're thinking about you on your own, single, and they're starting to get this urgency, thinking, well, you might move on. If that makes you happy, though, I hope you are, wishing nothing but the best, but I'll feel the pain and regret, but I want you to have love. So again, this is both of you trying to justify the fact that you're not together. But neither of you want each other to move on. They're giving me fear, and it does not make you happy moving on anyway, because you can't move on from your twin soul. You can't move on from the person you're meant to be with, because all paths lead home. This is really about trying to take the high road, and that's okay. Because ultimately you want them to be happy and they want you to be happy. But you can't fully be happy in a relationship until you're together. Obviously you can be happy because happiness is an inside job, but in the relationship you're in or they're in, it will never be complete because God wants you and your person together. Now for the tarot, we've got the Strength and we've got the Ten of Cups. So you're both finding the strength right now to come into union. You're both finding the strength to come together. Now, I love the strength in this card because there's fast-paced energy in this. Okay, it's like, again, riding that chariot, riding that puka there, riding the fast horse forward. urgency. So I'm seeing urgency in this card to come into union. And again, this is about you relaxing because you have that telepathic link. That's why you've got the wolf there. You have that telepathic link and you are already in spiritual union. You're already in inner union. It's just creating it in an outer way. So I feel that this is about having faith that you're both doing what's needed to be together, and that's taking off the mask. It's about them starting to see through the illusion of what they are currently in to free themselves up so they're not sacrificing their own happiness anymore, to be able to make the right decisions and move forward. And that's why this is about you ascending. You're both ascending. You're both preparing to come together. And that's what's happening. In number 37 may be significant. Now, today I'm going to bring in some initials or some letters or some words, or we'll see what comes through today. Now, I feel someone's a dad, and that's affecting things. So we've got DAD for dad. So I definitely feel that this is to do with the sacrifice card. They've sacrificed their own happiness. Remember, they feel like they're on a cross because they may be a dad. They may be a mum, a dad. They may have kids. So obviously I'm seeing dad as in the masculine energy. But again, dad, mum, this is about them having children. So I feel that, the ones that have children, if they're in a marriage, are staying for the kids because they are a dad. And that's affecting them. And they know they have to waver. They show me this as well. It's not fully there, but they show me waver. They know they want to waver their vows, or they want to move beyond them. Now, we've also got joy because their children may bring lots of joy into their life. And they are afraid of losing that joy, afraid of losing those children. So I feel this is a huge thing. That's why they think, I've got to stay. I've got to sacrifice my own happiness because of my children. Because I want to bring joy into their life and make sure they have everything. But the thing is, children aren't silly, they feel energy. So they won't be feeling joy if there's frustration, anger, or no love between the parents. So they will feel it. And I feel that's also something that's been shifted. And ultimately, they want to take themselves away from their stress and anxiety and come off that cross because they want joy in their life. Okay, they want joy. They want more playtime. They want more fun. And, maybe the name Joy means something to someone, or Joe. Okay, we've got F as well. We've got P, we've got I, we've got V, we've got W, and we've got X. So obviously you can put these letters into however they suit you. But whenever I'm really picking up on here is children are a big factor as well. And that's why they're robbing themselves of their own joy. Yet they know that that's not the right thing to do anyway, because it's never the right thing to rob yourself of joy for someone else, even if it's your children, because ultimately they feel pain from that too. So let me just check the letters here. So yeah, we've got AD, we've got ADD, and this is add as well, add. So things are adding up to them now. What I'm feeling with this is as well, where things were adding up or making sense to them before, they are now. So starting to put all the pieces together in their mind, and they're realising they've been lied to or manipulated or deceived in their karmic relationships, and they're working through this. So we've got A, we've got DD, we've got PFI, V, W, where I'm seeing it as an M as well, M, W, I and L, J, Q, Y and X. Okay, so you put them in however they resonate with you. And we've also got, day as well. Today's the day where they are realising many things and putting things together. So today is a new day. Today is a day where they are realising things, and that's what you need to know. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.